morning, guys. How's it going? Thank you for tuning in to another video. Today we're talking about the new car that was revealed last night. If you have any access to social media, then you've probably seen it already, and it is the brand new C8 Corvette. Now, previously, social media was very busy with Area 51 memes, but ever since last night and the reveal, all I've been seeing on my timeline is the C8 Corvette and people's opinions on it. Now, there's people all over the place, people that like it, people that dislike it, people that think it looks good but doesn't have enough power. So there's a lot of speculation, a lot of things going around as to how people really feel about the look of it. But today I figured I would kind of offer my opinion on the new C8 Corvette and why it is a game changer for American cars in general. So the C8 is the first mid-engine Corvette. Up until this point, Corvette engines were always in the front of the car. Cars were rear-wheel drive, and they've always had a kind of a distinct look to a Corvette where it had a long nose. And you sit low. It's a very aggressive, sports car, and it's a car that a lot of people enjoy, and it's known in the performance world that it is a very good competitor. Now, the C8 is a game changer because it is the first mid-engine Corvette, and it is the first car in this price range that offers you a mid-engine. So, we look at other cars in the market, and there isn't really anything that competes with this car at the moment, especially at this price point. So this opens up a lot of room for people to enter a mid-engine car and be able to get access to this performance. So some of the numbers that were mentioned yesterday is that it makes 495 horsepower, around 490 torque in that range. I'll throw up the correct numbers up top. I don't know them off the top of my head, but it comes with a dual clutch transmission, no manual option. It's supposed to do 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds if equipped with a Z51 package, I believe. And Chevy has mentioned that the only car faster in its lineup is the ZR1, which currently does 0 to 60 in 2.85 seconds. So we are probably not going to see the C8 be faster than that, but that is still damn impressive for what they've mentioned so far. So as of right now, there's no ZR1 option or top of the line Z06 option for the C8 just yet, but we can probably expect those to come out a little later. But this car, man, let's talk a little bit about the appearance of it. Appearance is very different, and just with anything, when a car first comes out, a lot of people are not usually kind of warmed up to the idea of a new look. And a lot of people will use that to kind of criticize the car or show their distaste, but I feel like after it's been out for a little bit, people will start to enjoy it. It's got some very aggressive styling. A lot of aero has been taken into account. And, one thing that I personally am a really big fan of is the interior. I've seen a lot of photos, a lot of videos of the interior, and the interior seems absolutely beautiful. It's very driver, inspired interior, so everything is about the driver, from the way the center console is laid out. The steering wheel is a rectangle, sort of, because they wanted to give you good visibility and at the same time good leg room. So there's a lot of things that were taken into account. The way the instrument clusters are kind of tilted against you, it's pretty cool. I mean, I feel like if you were in that car, you definitely get a very cool driver's feel in there, and it looks pretty exciting to be in, not gonna lie. It looks kind of like a little spaceship of its own. So another cool thing about it is because the engine is now in the back, the visibility looks like it improved, and it's a very good seating position. You got a lot of view in front of you because the trunk sits the front sits a little lower, and the windshield just gives you very, very good visibility of the road. Something that definitely inspires confidence as a driver. Having nice, good visibility in front of you in your sports car when you're going fast is extremely important. So the reason I say this is going to be a game changer is because at the $60,000 price point, which we're saying is a little under $60,000, so it's probably like $59,999, somewhere in that ballpark. But I think it's going to be a very good contender because it's going to offer people the chance to get into a mid-engine car, which they cannot do right now without spending a large amount of money. The car has some advantages to it as well. There's some things that are introduced like options wise that are pretty cool. So we now have the lift in the front, so it's a 2-inch lift that can actually GPS program itself to lift the car at 1,000 locations. So that's really, really awesome. I've never heard of any other car doing that. I'm not sure if there's anything on the market out there like that, but this is a very cool thing that, you know, if you deal with low, driveways, curbs, stuff like that, this car will memorize where those are and automatically apply the lift for you so you don't forget. So very cool option there. There's a Pdr system, so it's pretty much like a recorder that you can use on the track, but when you're not using it on the track, it actually works as a dash cam. Another cool option that Chevy's incorporated. The engine is a dry sump, so that's, I think, the first time they've used that in the Corvette. So that's some pretty cool technology there as well. So you get, no worries of you dropping oil pressure like that if you're aggressively driving the car on the track or pulling some powerful G's around a turn or anything like that. So very cool stuff, definitely very exciting. I think the competition has some catching up to do with this one. Now I know some of the people are not the biggest fan of the rear end. Personally, I think it'll grow on me. Right now I'm still getting warmed up to the idea, but it's a little different. It's a little different. The whole look is very different. It's something that you'd have to get adjusted to. I know there's been a lot of talks of people being frustrated that it doesn't have a manual, and I think it's because the whole thing has kind of been redesigned and stuff like that. And to what I've heard, the automatic in this Corvette is just so fast and so performance oriented that the manual would really not be able to keep up in any way, shape, or form. So I still think they should have included a manual option, just because there is people that just want to drive manual. They're not 100% all about the speed all the time. They just want to enjoy the driver's experience. And with a car that's mid-engine, being so perfectly balanced, it would be so much fun to be able to rip around in a manual. But it's been kind of the ongoing theme right now. The GT500 came out with no manual, the C8 with no manual, so it really looks like the manual is kind of just a dying breed that we're not going to be seeing around much longer. So if you have a manual, make sure you cherish it, take care of it, and enjoy it, because literally it looks like in the next couple of years we're going to see a lot more automakers dropping the whole manual out of their lineups. And it's kind of sad for anyone that gets used to driving manual and just enjoys it for what it is, a nice raw driving experience. But it is what it is. Right now it looks like everyone's just shifting away and everyone's all about performance, speed, and unfortunately, but automatics just do it so much better than manuals that there is really no room for negotiation there. So just wanted to offer my opinion on the C8. It's actually pretty crazy, but they held the reveal like down the street from my house. I drove by there yesterday and there was a ton of people, ton of security, cops, you name it. So there was no chance I was going to make it in there. But a lot of the videos and stuff like that I use in this video are literally just off of the Chevrolet channel. They uploaded a bunch of stuff, so it was very cool to kind of look and watch all the different things that went into the design of the C8. This is a big step for American cars, and it definitely gets me very excited. I think once people get their hands on this car and start modifying, boosting it, doing all kinds of crazy things, we're going to see some ridiculous performance derived from this new platform. I personally think it's going to be pretty hard to get your hands on one for a while. I think with the hype around it, it's going to be a tough car to get. But hopefully in a year or two, when things kind of calm down, you can start picking them up for $60,000. I think it's going to be a huge bargain for the performance, and a lot of people are going to switch this platform, to start off a build and stuff like that. I personally wouldn't mind it, as like a weekend or a crazy kind of race car build. I think it would be pretty awesome, just knowing that you have all that tech, all that well-balanced engineering going in from the beginning. I think it can only get better from there. So that's kind of my take on the C8. Wanted to offer it to you guys on this beautiful Friday. Hope you guys enjoy your weekends. If you're new around here and you enjoy my content, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Instagram at RushShift. I post awesome photos for you guys and awesome videos from time to time of all the crazy shenanigans that goes on around here. So thank you so much for tuning in this video. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.